Tottenham Hotspur 3, Bodø Glimt 1. Now, obviously, I'm happy because we've got 1 foot in the final. We're 90 minutes away from being in a European Cup final. It's all I want, literally all I want, is to go and win this trophy. You know this, I've said it all season long. I would have taken the 17th place finish if it meant that we can win a trophy. I said it on the show as well. The Champions League aspect is just like a bonus. It's a cherry on top. I need the trophy. That's what I need. I'm living for Thursdays. I need the trophy. So we can just put that to rest that Spurs don't win anything. Let's talk about the game. Obviously, getting that goal in the first minute, huge confidence booster for us, right? Didn't expect it, but Brennan pops up, goal, 1-0. Really good in terms of settling the nerves. Atmosphere was really, really good, by the way. Take note about how to do a TIFO, certain other clubs, because it's a gorgeous TIFO that Tadera is to do. It's now my phone background. Yes, a good start, fresh, early start. Maddison goal I thought was lovely. Thought the ball over the top was gorge. Nicely taken, nice finish, more or less. And then obviously you think, great, we're absolutely flying. And for most of that game, we were. Get the pen, lovely, 3-0 up. I thought overall the performance was good. I thought they looked confident, considering, you know, how much, I guess, people have spoken about Bodø Glimt. And you know, the season they've been having in Europe has been exceptional. They're very good at home as well. We had so many chances, I felt like, to kind of just kill that game. And I don't want to sound ungrateful, because obviously wins don't come around often when it comes to Tottenham. But I think I just have this teeny tiny bit of frustration that it wasn't more, that the game wasn't killed off in the first leg. You know, we concede the goal, another really cheap goal to concede out of nowhere, out of nothing. They offered nothing, Bodø. They really didn't. And, you know, you allow them back in a little bit. And I know some of you will say, well, you're 3-1 up. Like, you know, that should be enough. Let me tell you, it's not enough. You know, we're going to a very hostile place in that sense, that they've got a good record. Fans are going to be absolutely all over it. We've seen them knock out loads of teams this season in the Europa League. You know, Lazio, again, probably were one of the favourites to win it. United struggled against them when they played them. I think that was 3-2 back in end of October, November time. I think it was November, or maybe October, but whenever it was. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. And I just wish that we would have wrapped it up tonight, you know, with a fourth, or just not even conceding a goal, because they had nothing. So it just put a little bit of a downer on what otherwise was a really good, successful night for Tottenham. And like I said, I don't want it. Oh, my light's gone off. Hold on. I tell you what, guys, I'm not very good at doing these post-match vlogs, am I? Where was I? Yeah, so it's put a tiny bit of a downer on it, because I think that Spurs fans know, and everybody knows, that we don't have the best, the best bottle. And for us to go to Norway, artificial pitch, I just need them to be up for it, and I just need them to be able to defend. And they are capable of doing that. We saw that against Frankfurt, and the level of performance against that. They can be switched on for 90 minutes. They can defend really well. But obviously, it's just a slightly little bit of a taint on tonight. Just conceding that goal, because it's now only 2 goals they have to come back from, obviously, rather than 3. But overall, I thought the performance was good. I thought Tell looked bright when he came on. I always feel like there's a bit of a lack of quality with Spurs. It's obvious, to be fair, isn't it? Especially up front, with final third, and like making the right decision and playing the right ball at times. I think, again, the only other thing tonight that is a downer is obviously Maddison goes off with an injury of some kind. We'll have to wait and see like how that affects him for next week. Same with Solanke. Lucas Bergvall wasn't even in the squad today, and the pictures of him show that he's got a boot on. He's just come off the back of signing that new contract, and would love to bloody understand what's gone on there. So it wasn't a night that was completely seamless, and it wasn't a night that was completely without its flaws, really. Looking ahead, next week, Thursday, it's huge, absolutely huge, and I just have to pray that Spurs don't Spurs it up. And of course, if we have a look at who's likely then going to be in the final with us, should we make it, it's Manchester United. And from what I was seeing, kind of when I was just looking at the stats on my phone up until that red card for Bilbao, the pendulum was massively swinging in that direction, and that obviously massively changed. Oh my gosh, this bloody light. I'm just going to leave the door open while I finish this. The pendulum was swinging, and it sounds really weird to say that I would have preferred to have maybe Bilbao in the final, because it would have been at their home stadium and, you know, hometown. But I just know my team, and the fact that we've beaten United 3 times this season, the one time that I'm going to need them to do everything to beat them, I just feel like it's just not the draw I want. It's just not it. But I know that you guys are going to have the best time with the content, because obviously Flex and I will both be there. Should we both actually make it? We'll be giving you so much BTS, so much great content on DR. And it will be amazing to kind of experience that with both of us there, and bring that to you guys. It's just an all-English final. Maybe I have a tiny bit of PTSD from the last time we had an all-English final with Liverpool. Obviously, I know United are not Liverpool. But I think my just preferred thing would have been a back Spurs a little bit more against a non-English opposition, especially United. Because for as shit as we both are, United have been in cup finals. You know, if United have got themselves over the line, they know how to win in a cup final, whereas Spurs don't. But that could all change. Don't want to sound like I'm negative tonight, because actually I'm really happy overall with the fact that you would hope this game is bloody done. So we just got to wait and see. We move on. We rock and roll into the weekend. West Ham. I just really hope we don't lose that as well, because that will be number 20. And I don't mean titles, I mean losses. Be number 20, and it also means that we will then be 17th. And that is, again, 16th is not any better, but that is significantly worse, isn't it, than saying it's 16th or 15th. So we look ahead to the weekend, and we look ahead to next week, and we just got to hope and pray that they get the job done in the Arctic Circle, and they're bang up for it. Is it cold there still? Do they have a bit of spring, summer? I don't know. I'll see you Monday. Bye, guys.